Hi. I hope you had a nice day like we did today in Berlin. That's why I moved the stream to 7 p.m. I've been enjoying the sun. It's been really nice today. But now I need to write some code. Uh, I hope that you saw the Dan Abramov's tweet. I have it here. 3 stages of refactoring JavaScript. First, he doesn't compile, then it runs, but then he have like some object, like really like that. It's yesterday's tweet. I hope that today we will work a little bit better. It will go better for us. I plan to stream for like 2 hours max, not much more. So that means we will finish like 2-3 katas, depending, maybe even 4, depending on the size of them. As always, I want to write a, let's call it functional JavaScript. As I said the last time, I don't like using classes. I prefer array constructions, the sets, maps, which I introduced in ECMAScript 6, and I try to use these in the code. I'm getting the exercises from Exercism. It's a really nice site. You can see how one person is evolving because there are iterations of each code, and you can comment on see and comment other people's code on the same task, so you can see how well you went and people can improve. And as I promised, I really like to listen to some good music while I'm streaming. One of my favorite is opera, and this is the most favorite I would have, which is the Ballad Bride by Smetana. I didn't find a way how to stream the music and not violating copyright. So what I did is that I found this album on Spotify, and I will send the link to the chat. So hopefully, if you want, you can play that in the background, and it will give you the right vibe, the right feeling about the coding we are going to do. This what I have here is the code we wrote the last time. Let me close that, and I guess we can start. Yes, let's do that. So I need to yes, you see I was playing with Alan a bit. So I need to download a new task, and this one is called Acronym. Interesting, it's here. I will open the README and the test file. So let's see what this task is. Convert a long phrase to its acronym. Techies love the TLA, 3 little acronyms. Help generate some jargon by writing a program that converts a long name like portable network graphics to its acronym, PNG. Okay. That sounds interesting. Let's see the test, how it's implemented. So we want acronym, use parse, portable network graphic to PNG, cool, Ruby on Rails to ROR. Oh, you see, hypertext markup language. So this T gets here as well. First in, first out. Okay, we ignore this. PHP hypertext preprocessor. Oh. So anything after colon is ignored, or is it like, I'm not sure, or is it like I should take I should ignore everything before that, but here I want that. Interesting. We will have to look at this later. And when we have a dash in between, we still want to use this. Okay. Okay, that sounds interesting. So I will create a new file. Oh, so we need a parse. Okay, I will. Let's write like this. I'm not sure if it actually works. But let's see, PNG, right? Save it and yarn run watch. Oh, sorry. Acronym. We need to install the test files. Oh my god. I'm having a different keyboard layout and this enter is killing me. Ah, man, what happened? Acronym, cool. Install the dependencies. Yeah, I should have done that before. So as I see it, we need to divide the sentence we receive, or the name, by white space, or maybe just space, and maybe something else. I'm not sure about this thing, right? But yeah, we need to split it, and then we will process each word. So we definitely take the first letter of each name, Ruby, yeah, hypertext, and then if the word has a capital letter in it, we take it as well. And then I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure how this will work. So it either should like ignore everything after a colon, which makes kind of sense, or it should ignore already like words which are already acronyms. I don't know. I'm not sure. We will have to see how it goes, but I'm not sure what it would be better. I can't write today. Yeah, so we have the test running, and the first test failed because, yeah, I can read. So we need to do the export, okay? Kind of before we didn't have to. So whatever, I will have the function part here, and I will just. We need to create the constructor. This is weird, not sure how this should work. Yeah, okay, like that. Do I need default here? I do, yeah, okay. Sorry. Right, so we have that. The PNG works, that was easy, but it wasn't doing anything, right? But I think we can work on both of these. Now let's start with the PNG first. So we will receive, let's call it name, because it's a name and we want to find an acronym. And what we do is we first take the name and split it. And now split, the argument is the list or a regular expression of characters that will split those strings. We will, oh yes, we can do a nice thing. We can say that we split with anything what is not a character. So the slash capital W, I'm pretty sure, so slash W is basically the same as A to Z, and 0 to 9, I think it includes digits, which we don't care now about, but the important, oh sorry, and that would be the small, and the capital is the inverse, so the capital W is everything which is not this. So we should split it at everything but it's not a character. When we have this, we will definitely use some map function. I will write it here, and it will be, so we'll take a word and we'll return the initials. So let's call it initials maybe two initials, and after we have that, let me make this nicer. We will receive these initials, and we need to join them with anything, with empty, with like nothing, so it will be concatenated. Yeah, now it doesn't work because we don't have the function to initials. And as I said, it takes a word, and what it does with this word, it basically takes, it only filters it, right? And it only takes the capital letters. Oh no, it takes the first letter and the rest from the capitals. I think that the problem here is with the HTML. Yeah, I'm sorry. Someone wrote that if we exclude comma, it should work with FIFO and PHP. But the problem is that HTML hypertext has like H and capital T, and PHP has like all capitals. So my idea was to take the word, take the first letter, and any capital in the rest, and then return it as the initials, which wouldn't work in the PHP because then it would be PHP HP. We don't want that. So we can have a rule that if this is already all caps, then only use the first letter, which then makes sense, or we just say ignore everything after colon. But I mean, let's see that a little bit later. Now I want to continue with basically these first, I don't know, 4 kind of simple cases. So what I want to do is that I always want to take the first character, and then we have the rest, right? So this is ECMAScript destructing, which works on strings because the strings are behaving array-like. It will take the first letter, and this will include, it will be an array of the rest characters. So what I want to do, I want to basically return a concatenated string, but let's write it maybe a little bit longer way, and then we can shorten it. So I want to return first to uppercase, yeah, Lukash asking if we can't just take the capital letters. Unfortunately, no, because for example, with Ruby on Rails, we still want to have this on in the abbreviation. And the first in, first out could be also like this in and out or whatever could be not capitalized. And the same goes with his metal oxide semiconductor. So we can't do that. So we want to let's go back. The first letter, and then from the rest, I think what we can do is that we can take all capital letters that are already there, and then we can. I think that should fix the problem for basically everything except the PHP thing. No, okay, I will go back and make it shorter. So this will work because it's an expression, and then we want to have rest dot filter, which will run this, how do you call it, this function, but there's a word for that, sorry. On each character, we just call it C, and it will look if C is already capital, which I think is the easiest ways to do is to compare it with C and C2 uppercase. And then we need to join it again with empty string. This is not very nice. I will try to run it, and then I might write it a little bit nicer way. Let me enable more tests so we see it. So I believe it should work for this. It does. HTML should work as well. First in, first out should, to uppercase of undefined. Yeah, I see that. It will create this comma and a space will create an empty field in the array. And when we want to map on it, we don't have anything from first, right? And then we want to run to uppercase. So, okay, what I will do, I will put a filter here and just keep the X's which are there. So this only takes the fields which are truthfully, meaning that the empty string will not be there. Let's run again. Yes, that works. I'm skipping PHP because we will not work for that, and this works. Okay, so now we have to solve the PHP. Let's enable it, and obviously we have this problem. So now I see two options. First, we remove everything after a colon, which feels weird, or if in this rest everything is capitalized, that means that this whole word is capitalized, we skip it. I know, we only include the first letter. So skipping the semicolon would be easy, which is just split it by semicolon and take the first part. Doesn't feel that good, but whatever. But I think that's not what it's meant to be, right? I think it's meant to like ignore. It says other phrases with punctuation. Now it's kind of unclear what it should do. But yes, as I said, I believe that it should like only take the first letter when you have it already capitalized. Okay, that means we need to rewrite this to initials function, and we need to do that either way because it's not very nice now. I mean, it's kind of long. So, oh, I have some, yeah, that's better. Oh, I see. Maybe I can take this and abstract it to some other function. Yeah, let's do that. It's kind of filter capitals or find capitals. Get, maybe just get is not a nice word. Yeah, naming is hard, right? So for now, I just write it like this. So this is kind of clear. Name is Fu. It's like, let's call it take capitals. Okay, very cool. Something's wrong. We return something which is empty. Why do we return? Oh, yeah. Because we... Yeah, right. Yeah, cool. We are where we were. So now what I think is that if take capitals is already rest, then we only return the first. What do you say? I mean, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure if it's how it should work, but we can do something like that. We can take this and create const capitals. Let's take capitals, and then what we can do is okay, I see what is the problem. Let's put this here and let's rename this to word. That way, what we want to see. Oh, why do I don't have to do this, right? I can just compare the word to uppercase, and if it's already all uppercase, as I do here, I just return the first letter. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So here I write a condition. So if word is equal to word to uppercase, that kind of leads me to make it a function, right? Return this thing. I'm copying things, we need to refactor that. But yeah, okay, now we fix that. Everything works. But we have something which doesn't look very good. So first thing, we have this and this, which is the same, and we can abstract that, and I will do it now. Oh man, const is uppercase. It works for characters or strings, because in JavaScript we have only one type for that. We can do it here. That's much better. We don't have to do this destructing here. We can actually do it only here. But here we still have this, I think, repetitive. I mean, it's not a big problem, but I just want to make sure it's always the same when I want to refactor it later. So I will name it somehow. So it's first upper. Yeah, that looks much better. Oh, but it doesn't work. Oh yeah, my bad. I see that. So I'm keeping that back. Now we need it first. Save it, and it's there. Very nice. I don't see anything that would bother me. Yeah, maybe we don't need this variable in the end. I thought we would do something with it. Okay, so let me go for that, because I think it looks good now. So we get a name. We split it by any non-character. Doesn't make sense, right? By character which is not a letter. Then we have to take only those which are not empty, because if you have multiple symbols or multiple white space, I guess. Oh, could I write plus here and remove that filter? That's a good one. I can, so let's do that. That looks much better. So we split it by these special characters. Then we map each word remaining to initials and join it. This to initials takes a word, takes the first letter and the rest. The first one is transformed to uppercase, always. And then, depending if the word is already all uppercased, we either return just the first letter or the first letter and the capitals from the rest, as we've seen with the HTML example. The take capitals is just a simple function that just filters uppercase characters and returns a string. Okay, I like this. So unless someone has some suggestions, I would, yeah, let's submit that. Yeah, that's not what I want to do. I want to submit Acronym.js. Oh, very cool. So now, sorry, I will. It's open in a narrow window. I don't want that. But I'm posting that into the chat so you can see that as well. And I show it here. Um, yeah, I hope you see that. So there it is. I want to see what our people did there. So I, for some reason, last time I was looking at this guy's solution, it was kind of nice, and I want to see someone else's. I don't know, maybe something later. Yeah, this one has 2 iterations. It's always interesting, and 8 comments. Oh man, it's gonna be interesting, this one. So this guy's doing everything in one. Oh yeah, big string manipulation. So first he replaces every character which is not a letter with a space, so he kind of normalizes that. And then, oh, it's interesting. So every time you have a capital letter which is preceded by a lowercase letter, the solution splits it into 2 words. So basically just creates a space before every capital letter inside a text. But it needs to be preceded by a small number, so this wouldn't work for a PHP. That's a nice trick. And then you can just split it by this white space now. I'm not sure if he needs, or she, if they need this line because they have the S plus, so I think this should be like eating all the space available, but maybe they do. And then they just take all of that, like just take the first character, that's just another way to do that, to uppercase and put it together. I'm not sure why they use reduce here. They could have used map and join, would be a little bit better, but this one is good, kind of. I mean, it's a lot of, depending a lot of on a string, but hey, why not? Okay, this is great. Then we have, oh yeah, sorry, I always forget about that. So you can easily see it, nice. Oh, the solution might seem to be unnecessarily complicated, but a simple JS approach would not work for, oh yeah, for umlaut. That's that depends. We'll see what they want to do. Oh, they have a function is uppercase. We have it as well on the same letter. Is letter character is oh haha haha. So what they say is that its representation is an uppercase letter, and a lowercase letter is different, because for example for number it would be the same, but it actually is wrong. And he said, I mean, this guy writes it there, or lady, I'm sorry, and that's actually right, because this wouldn't work for the German SZ, because SZ, can I, oh sorry, no, I don't want to do that. Wanted to make it bigger, whatever, because if we somehow write the SZ, this letter, and we write to uppercase, it will be, oh, it will be transformed to SS, and that's wrong. So this wouldn't, but of course when you run to lowercase, it will be as it is. I'm not sure if I can make this bigger. So for this letter, this wouldn't work, and there is actually a Unicode maintains a list of special uppercase letters. I think in Turkish there are other letters, so this wouldn't work. And actually, the regex also catches the umlauts and things like that. It's kind of smart about that. If you write A to Z, it doesn't necessarily mean It's a English alphabet, but it also includes other alphabets. It's like a lowercase letter. Okay, word to acronym. Okay, nice. That's very similar to what we have. How you have head and tail. That's like the original naming for these. And then if the word is already uppercase, you return the head. If not, yeah, you do the same. The very same, I would say, what we had. Replace punctuation with space. So here they replace everything. That's kind of interesting. You can run a filter on that, but whatever. And if it's a letter, just keep it. If not, put a space. So they're using the same trick as the solution before. And the pass is just it takes a string. Yeah, it takes punctuation with space. Yeah, okay, replaces that, trims that, splits that, and then you can just map it. I'm not sure why he has this const and then returns. It could be done together, but yeah, I mean, that's a good one. That's a nice solution. Oh, this one is kind of short, so let's see. Break words. Oh, that's difficult. So anything that's a capital letter or multiple of those, then 0 or more lowercase letters, or 1 or more lowercase letters. Okay. I get confused by that. Maybe I missed something. Then what we have is that we have the phrase. We match it. Oh, that's interesting. We match it with these. That should. Haha, I see that. That should. Yeah, that takes the capital letters if they are not followed by. I still get confused by it, but it's like a capital letter or more followed by lowercase letters, or not. I don't know. It's weird. And then you can reduce acronym word. Oh, and you just like take the first letter and you put an uppercase on it all. That's kind of interesting. That's short. Interesting. Okay. We have some comments. That's interesting. I think that the lyrics could be shorter, but I'm not sure here why you got that. Yeah, maybe I don't understand it React. Oh, this is like a. Oh, I see that. Sorry, my bad. So this or is actually taking this whole part. Yes. Okay, my bad. I thought that this or is only taking this. So it's either uppercase letters followed by maybe some lowercase letters. Oh, lowercase letters only. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's good. It depends a lot about on the regex, but otherwise, nice solution. Cool. Let's go for next solution. Let's download a new one. Let's fetch new ECMAScript task. I will close this. And this one is called Scribble Score. I will install the YAR because it takes some time. We will read the task meanwhile. So, Scrabble Score. Given a word, compute a Scrabble score for that word. Okay, letter values. You'll need these: A, E, I, O, U, N. Yeah, and the RS is value 1. Blah blah. Value 10. Just use that. Okay. Yeah, cabbage. Yeah, 3 points for C, 1 point for A, twice. 3 points for B, twice. 2 points for G. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, I see that. Why is it written like this? It's just like just a sum of those. You can play a double or a triple letter. I'm not sure how it works. You can play a double or a triple word. I'm not sure I follow that again. C, 2 times A, which is just like A and A, 2 times B, 2 for G and 1 for E. Okay, it's just like summing them together. I didn't see any difference in there. And I'm sorry, I didn't play Scrabble, so I don't know what it means, double or triple letter. But we will see in a bit, it will be in the spec. So the test, we have a score, and we pass it a string, or null, which is whatever. Yeah, A, street, quirky, and this. Okay. That seems to be pretty straightforward, I guess. So let's write that. New file, I copy that, I suck at writing. It will fail, I guess. So we had a function which returns, let's call it word, why not? And we want to return a number. What we will do, and I mean, that seems to be like the only solution. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. We will transform. We will put it into a list of characters. We will map each character to its value and then sum it up. That's okay. I'm not sure there will be something else. And yeah, the only weird thing is that we have to support null. Otherwise, this code will be easy. Okay, we will see how it goes. It's weird. I don't like that. So there's a nice trick I showed in the previous one, is that you can this is how you can transform a string into an array of characters, and this one is pretty good because it takes care about the characters which are put together. How do you call them? Like these, it's not the literature, but it's something similar. You can have it with emojis. You can have like an emoji and a skin tone, but they should be together. This thing will keep them together. If you do some other things, like if you would iterate through the array somehow, I think that could break that. But we don't have emojis here, but I still like this expression. We will take it, then we will run map, and it's like letter to score, right? That's easy. And then we will reduce it with sum, and that should be it. I mean, again, we will have to deal with the null, but that sounds nice. So the most, okay, let's start with from the end. The sum function is like, I think I've written so many exercises. It should be, I mean, it is in many libraries, but I mean, that's, okay, let's call it like that. Pref plus sum is the normal accumulation. And then the most important thing is this letter to score, right? I'll copy that, right? Letter to score, which receives a letter and it returns a score. We can keep it like it is, save it. The first test passes, nothing surprising. But we have to somehow convert this into a mapping, right? And that's where we need to select or choose the structures we will use. So I mean, the first thing we could do is that we would create an object where letters would be keys and the value would be value. That would work pretty well. We can do it the other way around, that we will create a map where the value is where key is the value, and the value is the list of the letters, which would work pretty well because we can turn this into a set, and then we have the really nice function called like has. So this set has that. We could easily find the right value. Like yeah, it's mixing the words. So let's call it this is a value, and that yeah. Okay, I think you know what I mean. So that's two options. What other options would be there? Um, hmm. Yeah, another option which I'm thinking about, well, problem with objects and maps is that they don't have really good iteration methods on them. So it's not that easy to iterate through them, and you still have to convert to something and iterate through, which means like an array of pairs. Maybe we can save it as an array of pairs already, and then use the find method, which can be kind of fast. Yeah. I didn't expect it would be taking so much time. I'm pretty sure we want to turn this into a set. And that kind of determines what we will use for the rest. Yeah, so I will go for the array of pairs because it will be easy to iterate through it. I will try to, yeah, let's write it here. So it's, I'm losing, I don't have the vocabulary. Scores, okay, let's call it scores. And as I said, it will be an array, and the items would be again arrays where the second thing will definitely be the value of that, and the first thing can be, I'm pretty sure we can do that. To make it simple, we would oh yeah, let's just make it a string of capital letters. I think that will be nice. So what we can do is in the selection we can replace all commas. Yeah, okay. I think this is actually really nice. And then we will go through that, find the first one. Oh, I mean that would be exactly one, but we can just find the first one and take the value of that. Okay, so let me copy that and create those. Hmm. I don't know how many. Maybe it would be easier to. Oh yeah, I forgot. This would be a string, right? So maybe it would be easier if I just wrote that right again. Oh, what did I do? DG is 2, BCMP is 3. I didn't copy that enough times. Let's copy it maybe too many times. KHVWY is 4. K is special for 5. JX is 8. And QZ is 10. I hope I wrote it as it was. I'm not sure we will ever see that, but it looks, yes, it looks good. But this wouldn't serve us as well. We want to have it in sets. I didn't want to create a set from the beginning. So what I will do, I will map this. And this mapping will take the letters and value, and what it will do, it will return another pair where obviously the value is still second, but the first thing is new set of letters. So we will it will technically just put these into sets, so it will have these nice hash functions. And now it would be easy, I hope. We will take the scores we have, and inside it we will run the find, on it we will run a find function, sorry about that. And the predicate, oh, predicate, this is what I was looking for the other time, predicate. And the predicate we do is first we destruct those. So it's value, and the first one is, yeah, we can call it set, why not? And we want to find the one which for set dot has letter. Yeah, so this will find the first, for in our case the only one. The first item, meaning this pair, which includes this letter, which needs to be uppercased first. But I will do it. Yeah, let's do it here. Map. C to uppercase. So it's just like from the beginning, it's uppercase only. And and then, yeah, we need to take the value from that. So if I save that, yeah, the empty is still working. That's okay. Let me look at these. So now I will skip it for now, and now we see if it will work for a save. It doesn't work. We received string. Function sum. We did something really wrong. We did something really wrong. Reduced sum. Oh, I wrote sum here. It depended the function. That's not how you should do that. Run, not a number. That is cool. Okay, let me not reduce this and see what returns an empty array. That's weird. We get the letter, we get the scores, we find set value. It should be like this. We don't need this value, right? The first item for which set has letter, and then we don't take the value. That was bad. We take the first from it, right? Sorry, the second thing, which is on the position 1. Let's save that, and it works. Okay, this is a little bit tricky. I'm not saying it's not, but I think it's still readable. Now it should work with multiple. Yeah, it works. More complicated words. Oh, we do something wrong there. It should be 22, but it's 21. I guess I didn't understand the rules right then. Maybe I've written something wrong. So we have the word quirky. That should be Q is 10. U is 1. I is also 1. I mean, just like that, let's make it. R is 1. K is special 5. And Y is 4. So this is 10. This is 10, 22. Ooh, we did something wrong. Okay, let me not reduce it, run it, and maybe, yeah, that's right. Join with a comma, for example, whatever. It's empty. What? This is weird. Oh, I said the score. It still should treat it. Oh yeah, here. Okay. Oh, I have K here twice. Why do I have a K here twice? Because I can't write, can I? Oh, do I have it? No, it's FH. Oh, yeah, okay. So I either cannot read or cannot write. Both is kind of bad. Yeah, it works now. Thanks. That was a very stupid mistake. And the last one is case insensitive. Insensitive, we have it, so it works. The only thing missing is the null, which I have no idea will work. But yeah, can convert undefined or null to object. Yeah, of course. This is weird. We shouldn't be supporting that. He wants to. Here we can't do that with null, right? So it would ruin our nice thing. So what I would do is that I will take this, which is the functionality for a word, and here in the export I get a, I don't know, whatever. I mean, I get something, and if it's falsy, I will return 0. Otherwise, I will return that value for that. So I don't know how to call that. Let's call it yeah, let's call it value. Let's not make it too much difficult. And if the value is there, then return score on the value. Otherwise, return 0. Yeah. It's not a nice. I don't like this line. Maybe I'll write a comment. Just to support null. Yeah, that's not very nice. I can't say I would like it. But the rest is kind of good. Here, this map is, I believe, understandable. This is a nice thing how to write that. This will be get converted only once, so it doesn't matter. But okay, I like that. I like this. So let's submit that. And yeah, I need to copy that, sorry. So let me copy that. I will show it here and I will post it into the chat. It's there. We have what we wanted. Okay, let's see our solutions. Oh, I did something wrong. Scrabble Score, yeah. No, what is Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. Let's try someone new. This one maybe, and I don't know. 3 iterations. That could be interesting. So this person has. Oh, that's interesting. This is basically the same mapping, but you have 2 arrays, which AA and A1. Yeah, we're naming that right there. Yeah, which convey the value for that. Interesting thing is that these arrays are created every time the score is run, but whatever. You take the word. If it exists, take it to the lowercase. Otherwise, treat it as it's empty. That's actually nice. Maybe I should have done that as well. That instead of that triple, yeah, the question mark operator, I would use this. Then you had create a new object. Oh. Oh, I see that. So we have these 2 arrays, but we combine them to with an object, which is like the mapping. Okay. And then just split it, yeah, and then reduce where you have what you had before and the value of that. Just do that everything in one line. Okay, interesting. And then you export it. I can't click on the looks great because I don't think it looks great, but it does what it should. Scribble Score by this person. Let me see what they did. Oh, that doesn't change that much, does it? I don't even see a difference between the iteration 2 and 3. It should be like, you know, here's hopping, but it seems it's just reformatting that. So let me see that. Oh, that's another nice. Maybe I like this. Oh, I should have thought about this one. Yes, yes, this is good. This is best. I mean, not like it's written, but it's really good. So you have a bunch of functions, and you have an array of those, and you basically just sum it together, and it either returns 2 or 0 or 3 or 0. Yeah, yes, this is really good. This is really good. I will click on that. I mean, I would have written this like in a one array together, but otherwise it's good, and then you just go through it together. Yeah, then you have to do this not really nice tricks, but yeah. Oh, it's tempting to rewrite it. I might rewrite it. I will rewrite it. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. This was so good solution. I need to rewrite that. So what we will have here is that instead of these, I still think that the sets are great. So the problem here is that if I put a new set here, it would create a set every time we run it. So I will keep this. Can I? Does it make sense? Yes. Yes. Yeah, okay. This will be a little bit weird, and I'm not sure how to properly indent that. Maybe like this. And then I will have a map. And now what we have is, again, we have set and we have value. And we will return, instead of that, a function which retrieves a character. I will call it C in here, and it will return set dot has C, and depending on this, it either returns value or 0. Maybe I should style this a little bit differently, but now it's pretty good. So now I don't find anything, but I yeah, I map it. Yeah, I mean, I need to like run it on everything. So yeah, I map it and then I sum it the same way I do here. Oh, I don't have to, right? Because, no, I have to sum it, sorry. No, I kind of don't, I have to, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, of course I have to, I'm confused. So what I will do is that I will receive this function which evaluates and assigns value, right? So it's like it needs to be called somehow. I will call it fn, but it's not a get function, a good name, and I will call fn letter. So I will run it, and then I will receive that value. Let me try it. Let's save and watch. And it works. Okay, so that's great. I like this much more. What should be this function's name? Oh, naming, that's the difficult part, isn't it? I would need some suggestion, guys. Evaluate. Could be evaluate. Or it's like rate. Can I just call it value? Yeah, it's like a value for it. Yeah, let's call it. It's a value for that given letter. Yes, that's good. I really like this. So I have these. Yeah, yeah. So this is a little bit cryptic, right? I'm not sure if I write it differently, if it would be more understandable. What I mean by that is that I would, for example, write it like this. Let me try that. So do you find, would you find it more understandable? Because I kind of do not. Yeah, I kind of get this. It's like, what do you receive? Yeah. Yeah, I like this. I really like this. This is much better. It's good. That was a good one. Now I'm thinking about like keeping these as the constant and creating a new thing which is no, but let's keep it as is. It's kind of good. What would be the name of the function? What would be the name of the function? It would be letter values. I don't want that. Let's keep it. I mean, let's not spend much more time on this. So I will submit it again. So here I'm copying just to make sure that's it. Yeah. Okay. I'm also putting it in the chat. So you can see that. Okay, that was good. That was nice. We learned something. It was a good approach, much better approach than what I had at the beginning. Let's get another one. That's probably gonna be the last one, unless it's really easy. Roman numerals. Not sure that's gonna be easy. These are always. I think I mean I obviously wrote it a few times. I'm not sure if I remember right. Yeah, Roman numerals. And let's create a new file when I'm at it. so I can close the file browser later. Oh, cool, yeah. Right, readme. Wrote a function that to convert from normal normal numbers. That's a nice name. So Arabic numbers to Roman numerals. The Romans were a clever bunch. They conquered most of Europe and ruled it for hundreds of years. They invented concrete and straight roads and even bikinis. One thing they never discovered through was the number zero. This made writing and dating extensive histories. Sorry, oh yeah, dating. Oh, I read bikinis and I read dating. Extensive histories of their exploits slightly more challenging, but the system of numbers they came up with is still in use today. For example, BBC uses Roman numerals to date their programs. The Romans wrote the numbers using letters I, V, X, L, C, D, M. Yeah. I still remember this. There's no need to be able to convert numbers larger than about 3,000. Wikipedia says modern Roman numerals are written by expressing each digit separately, writing with the leftmost digit and skipping any digit with a value of 0. Yeah. 1990 is MMXVII. 2008 is written as MMVII. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see the specification. It's gonna be just a bunch of numbers and their respective Roman letters. Okay. So we need some nice, clever way how to transform these. So the idea is that you go by the biggest number you can fit in, right? By biggest I mean, where is that? Do they have it? I don't even have written what I mean. But yeah, so you take m as 1,000 and you see if you can fit it. If you can fit it in, then you just put it there and subtract and go over again. Then you would, then if it doesn't fit, you take the next one which fits. The problem comes when you have something like 900, because that can be that is written like CM. Okay, yeah, that's it. So if one thing cannot fit in that, and the next available does not fit in it, I mean, it would, okay. Oh no. Yeah, these are difficult. They make it. I remember I first wrote this when I was in high school, in Pascal. It wasn't a nice code back then. So let's write it like a nice way. I'm still thinking about something like how to do it nice, some elegant trick. Yeah, obviously the problems are the fours. Like, I mean, one below that, because it's like in modern times that's how you do it. In the ancient time it was okay to write 4 eyes for 4, but that's not what I want. That would be kind of very easy, wouldn't it? The other thing we can do is we can create like this mapping and just divide it by that. That would be pretty easy, and then we could do this. So we would have like 1,000, that would be M, 900 would be CM, 800 would be DCC, and so on. So we would have to write all of these combinations and then just go by and take it, which is really not nice. The other interesting thing is that you can only subtract certain from certain letter you can subtract a different letter. So for example, you can only have I and V, but you can, for example, have like IC for 99. The same goes, you can never, oh sorry, but you can have IX as well. But for example, you cannot subtract V. You can't have V, I don't know, VD or whatever, like for 45, that's not possible. And others. So we have, okay, let me write those. Where is this writing? Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't like this autocomplete. Maybe I should write it as a string, right? Yeah, okay, so we have that. And we already have something. So before M, the only thing we can subtract is C. We can distract C from also from D, and that's it. C can have before it basically on the X in the form of subtraction. The X can be in front of L as well, and I can be in front of V and X. I'm thinking if I can somehow take advantage of this to make it easy. To know a really nice trick. I think that the idea is like, it would be a recursive function, that's like kind of for sure. You take as much as you can, as much as you can fit, right? The biggest one, put it there, and for the rest, run the function. And this would do it again. Okay, I forgot that. 2 Roman, interesting. So we assume we get number. I need to name this. I forgot about that. Wrong. So it's 2 Roman is a function which is just a number and returns whatever, a string later, and that's what we return. This function will run itself later, so I will write it. So first is that we need to stop the recursion, right? So if number is, let's call it lower and or equal than 0, then we're gonna just return an empty string that will stop the recursion. Otherwise we do this like biggest which can fit, and that's going to be what we will write soon, and we will return biggest plus 2 Roman rest. Something like this. This would be good. Yeah. Yeah. So the idea is that I take M, then I have to try things I can subtract from M. Then I go things I can add to, no, let's say, then I have to try D. Now it's just too much. I mean, it basically behaves the same, like these three letters, these three and these three are behaving the same on just different. Oh, that's maybe it. Maybe that's a better solution. What I could have written, I'm not sure if that's a nice idea, it's probably not, right? Is that you have one, and that is I, X, and C, and kind of M, right? Then you have 2, which is, I think you will get the idea. Let's write it for 4. It's like IV, XL, I know, yeah, XL for the omega is difficult, and that's it. CD, CD, and nothing. We don't have that one. And then 9. We can like construct this better. Yeah, but I kind of like that. So for each power or each position, you transform this if you have it. Yeah, okay. But this would be different then. This would take a function with 3 arguments, and it would be, I don't know how to call it, because it would be IVX and return I. So all of these would be functions for that. This one would return for is I plus V, and then 9 would return IX, plus. And then instead of these, I can pass either IVX, XLC, or CDM, or M nothing, because it can't be. Yeah, this actually looks good. And we can write it into an array. So yeah, I say let's do this. I think this is probably the best approach. No, I mean, I'm not saying the best because I don't know, but it looks pretty, I would say, okay. So it will be, I'm not sure about the naming, I'm always suck at naming, if you noticed. But it will be it's a digit to Roman, Yeah. So we do this. This is 9 will be there. So this is 2. This is 3. We have 4. Then we have 5. Oh, sorry, we need a 0, right? I forgot about 0. But 0 is kind of easy because 0 is always empty. This is just for to be complete. I forgot. Not sure if I can write it like somehow. Maybe we can make it easier a little bit later. We can kind of these and where is that? These 4 lines can be combined if we had that. So here I could somehow write, I don't know, like 1, like line 1 for the rest, right? But just keep it as it is now. And then we have it will be unit, and that one is I the X, right? Then we have tens, where we have X, L, and C. Then we have hundreds. Hundreds, yeah. Is I write hundreds? Hundreds. There we have C, D, M. And then we have thousands, which is kind of which is basically M, and let's keep it like empty. I'm not sure, it's just, we know it's not correct, but it shouldn't happen ever. It shouldn't be ever called. But just to make it working, I would keep this. Okay, and now when I look at it, we might take this part of it from here to here, right? So for, yeah, that would simplify that thing so much. I'm not sure why I haven't thought about it earlier. So let me just... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Replace all. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's much easier. So it's a function. And I want in here to also receive, sorry, the digit. And I want to return the version that's there for the digit. Yeah. Or maybe not. No, let's not do that. Let's keep it as it was. So what we basically do now is that this will be different then. That's a different idea. We'll remove this. We will take this as a string. We then take the string, we will revert it, split it, apply the function depending on each level, and then put it back, or revert and put it together. Yeah, that could work. And it would be kind of elegant, wouldn't it? I still think it's good. I still think it's good. We have these 4 we need to apply. Maybe we can later have some. Yeah, okay. And what I will prepare something more. So what I will have is we'll have like a transforms, let's say, which would be an array. And now the array would be that the first item would transform the last character, meaning the units, right? Which would mean that it would be digit Roman, and there I would pass unit. I hope it makes sense. And I do this for the tens, hundreds, and thousands. That will create these mappings, these arrays. Now I will take that number, I will convert it to string, and I will take that string as individual characters now, not characters but digits. I need to revert, I hope that's how we call it. And now for now I have it reverted, and I want to apply, I want to reduce it, right? I could reduce it to, no, let's keep it. Oh yeah, we can reduce, right? Maybe we'll have to flip things, but whatever. Reduce right. We start with the string. What we receive is a digit, and most importantly, index. Not most importantly, but importantly. What we do now is that this index will is index for this transform, or maybe no, I'm not sure how it works. So it's reduce right. I think we can't do that. We still need to do reduce and revert. It works a little bit differently. Revert, I think it's revert, reverse. Oh yeah, it's purple. I don't know if it should be, but it is. So we take it, we find a transformation. The digit is by default 0. We need to keep that in mind, but that should be okay. Should be okay. Sorry. And the thing is that we also receive pref. I'm not sure if I'm doing too much in one step. Maybe we can first map it and then, yeah, we first map it. That would be okay. So now we take this transforms of the index this has and find the digit That's it. It was kind of easy. I was hoping for something more difficult. So we have transform of this index. But index is kind of like the level. I'm not sure what is the word for that. I need to look for that. We have tens, hundreds, thousands. Can be up to 4, right? We select this, this, or this. We pass the digit. Oh, it's a function. No, what? No, it's a function. Sorry, 0 till 9. It will be there. Yes, it will be there. What we will receive is a bunch of. It's like up to 4, or no, yeah, up to 4 digits, up to 4 parts. We need to reverse them again. Yeah. And then we can join it with empty. Okay. Let's see if this works. I haven't run anything here. Okay, the first one works. Maybe we can go that far. We will replace this everywhere for it. Replace all. Save. And it works. Oh, we didn't write that without running anything. Cool. This is a really good solution. I like it. This is a little bit magic. A little bit. And I need to find this thing. It's not an index. It's like it's Atom, by the way. Who's asking? I don't know. It's Atom. I have it in the profile written. I was using WebStorm before, but before that I was using even Vim. And WebStorm, I really liked that one. It had so many features, but later it became so big and kind of slow. And Atom is really agile. It opens almost instantly, and it has really nice plugins. I mean, yeah, you have to use some plugins to make it work nice, but with them it's pretty cool. I need to find this word. I always forget that. So you have like digits in number. Yeah, I heard a lot of people use VS Code, and they are pretty happy about that. Like, I mean, if you write with TypeScript, they have like the first class support on day. That's a digit, yeah. And we have that on positional, yeah, positional numbering system. How do I, which one is the correct? No. Positional. There's a position, yeah, maybe position would be, that's maybe the word I'm looking for. This is like a position. So again, I think this is pretty straightforward. What I see again here is that this could be somehow added to this, but I don't want to complicate that right now. Yeah, I would keep it like this. Maybe put it on. Yeah, we can put it like this. I hope it will still be understandable. And we will see this repetition a bit more. No, that's terrible. That was a terrible idea. It looks so clumsy, yeah. Let's keep it as this. I think now it makes sense. So what I take a number, convert the string, and I convert it into an array so I can reverse it and then take each digit, where now position is like a position meaning units, tens, hundreds, or thousands. I have this transform array. I find the position and the digit. It has to be there because it's how it works. I mean, I should maybe take care if it's a string. Maybe if it was something else than a number, it wouldn't work. But for us, it kind of works. Yeah, let's keep it as it is. then I have to reverse it again and join it. And I think it works pretty well because it shows that these triplets are working exactly the same. So for each we have this. I like that. I like that. And I will submit that. Yeah, Roman numerals.js. So we have that solution. I'm posting into the chat, as I said. So that's what we have here, and the other solutions. Let's see that. So I don't know which one. Maybe this one. I don't know, this one. And let's go for one more. Something that has multiple iterations or more comments. So it could be 6 iterations, 6 comments. Okay, let's see that. That could be interesting. Yeah. So we have this map. Okay, yeah, that's what I said. Oh no, that's different. Yeah, okay, you have the special cases only. So it's the new position or the one below that. What you do is that, okay, you go through it, you have Roman and Arabic, you have a string, and you append what you had, plus you n divided by this number. That means if it will fit, plus 1, that's some weird, so how many times this thing fits into the number plus 1, okay? You take an array from that, and then you join with the Roman. That's kind of, and then you change the n to be the rest. That's the recursive function I want to write, kind of, I would say. That's not bad. So again, so you go through it. You see how many times it fits. This is it, the floor. The number of times it fits. And this plus 1 is just, the join has to be there. It has to be at least one thing. So it has to have this join. So if this was ones, you want to have an array of 2 items so you can join them with that thing. Okay, I mean, if you used map and then join, it would work the same. That's what I would do. But okay, makes sense. So how many times it would fit in there? This one obviously fits only once. This one as well, I guess. Yeah, but the C can fit there multiple times. Okay. What I don't like here is this n is changed in this each step. This ACC could actually be an object which is remembering the number and what was before, or as I said, we could have written, it could have been written as a recursive function. I would like that much more. But this is a nice idea. This is also ACC repetitive, these 3 lines. But okay, that's kind of nice. Oh, this next one. It looks to be the same, just written in 2 arrays. And then, yeah, that's exactly what you do. You go, you look if you can fit it there. If you can, you append it here. And oh, it's kind of easy. You don't look how many times, you just go if you can fit it. And while you can't fit it, you just append, and subtract, and then you have your output. Yeah, that's like, this feels like the first I wrote in Pascal. Like, that's how I would write in Pascal. But yeah, it works. That's a nice one. And this last one, oh, that's interesting. We have X for 10,000 and V for 5,000. Not sure what it should be. Why is it there? And you take num and you do build loop with num, empty string, and thousands. It's a factor. Oh, factor. It's like the position we have. ACC is a equation and is the correct number. So if n you finish the recursion, nice. Otherwise, you add to the ACC something this builder returns, and as you see, the builder is just taking how many times the factor fits in that, I guess, yeah, factor, how many times the factor fits in there, and the factor, okay, and here you return the loop where you put the rest after that factor, will be accumulated, and the factor divided by 10. So you go by these kind of layers as we have it. The builder takes n and factor. If n is bigger, it will build. Oh, what is letters? Did I miss something? Oh yeah, letters. I see it. It's here. Letters factor times 5. And this build is what we have is 1. What is it? Oh, factor times 10. Okay. Yeah. So you kind of, this is what I said. This would be I, V, X, or the other ones. Yeah. Otherwise, you don't need the 5, and then you switch. Yeah. It's kind of really difficult to go what everything does because you have build, loop, builder, and build, and not sure what everything does. But I kind of see what it is. Yeah, still not satisfying. I have this feeling as well, like that. Yeah, yeah. Here's a really nice thing that he wants to see the relationship between 1 and 5 and 6 to 10, and that's just true. We want to see that. That's a good one. I like this one. That's interesting. I will say it looks great, even though it's a little bit confusing for me. Oh, we have a little bit iterations. This one looks somehow similar to what we had before. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Oh, yeah, cool, really cool. I like that one. That was very interesting. Okay, as I promised, it's almost 9, so we will finish. Today I enjoyed it. Some of these tasks were a little bit different than I wanted, but I think we, in the end, find out a good solution to it, and it feels good. I mean, it supports and promotes the things I like the most, which is readability and some. It is elegant, which I know is subjective, but I have this feeling from it, and I kind of think that it's easy to understand. There are things I don't actually take into account that much, which would be, for example, speed. In these, I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care about that. In these katas, I don't, but usually I think about it a little bit. But I mean, unless it's a really big problem, I prefer readability. So readability should always be first, even before speed. And I know this is a little bit controversial, but I believe that's the right thing. I learned a few things today, and I'm very grateful for that. That's great. That's why I do this. I hope that you also learned something, or at least had some fun, or maybe saw another approach you might not like do by yourself. Well, if whatever, please write me a comment, write me here on Twitch, or write me on my, or write me on Twitter. I'm at Robin Pokorny. You will find it in the description below. And I would be grateful for any comment you would have about the task we do, about how I approach that, about my setup here, about the stream. Anything would be appreciated. I'm really looking for any comment. So I enjoyed it. I hope I will have time to do this often, and then see you next time.